Warriors.com coverage continues here in Las Vegas. We are at Suite 160 at the Shops at Mandalay Bay, and we're joined by Harrison Barnes. And Harrison, how's Summer League treating you thus far?
Summer League's been good. We've been 2-0. We've had some hard practice, so we're glad we're able to take that to the game and looking forward to continuing playing.
You've been shooting the lights out in the three-point department. 6 for 6. I mean, the line is going to be moved back in the NBA, but you're feeling comfortable with this, aren't you?
Yeah, we've definitely been practicing a lot, so I feel comfortable to the change in distance, and hopefully I can continue that, try to keep up with Clay and Steph.
Now, how much is this going to be part of your game, do you think, as you move forward in your Warriors career, this three-point wing role?
I'm going to try to continue it a lot. I mean, obviously, I'm playing on a team with two great shooters in Steph and Clay, so obviously I don't want to be the weakling in the back court, so I want to help them out, but I also want to be able to drive it to the basket and put the ball on the floor.
These games of horse we've talked about, they're going to be epic. They're going to be legendary. Have any started? Have you had any opportunity, not with Steph necessarily, but with Clay since you've been here?
I think I'm going to have probably one with Clay today. He's playing the big-time role and resting his legs for the rest of the Summer League, so he might be up for some more horse competitions. Yeah,
so Clay played the first two games and shot lights out like we're expecting him to do, and now the scoring role is going to transfer a little bit to some of these other guys. I mean, what's ahead in these final 3 Summer League games for you guys?
Well, I think it'll give Warriors a chance to see some of the other players on our team. We have a lot of skilled guys who have been on the bench that really haven't had a lot of time to really shine. So I think people will be able to see them a little bit more. And we got some skilled guys on the bench, so it'll be good to see them.
Preparation is such a large part of being successful in life, and one of the things that really struck me when I started looking into your history, your past, being one of the top high school recruits coming out of Ames, Iowa, and then going to the University of North Carolina, was you're a student of the game, but you're also meticulous about your preparation. Tell me what that has involved.
Well, usually anytime you go into a game, you always have kind of a hit list of guys you're anticipating playing, or guys that you played, you add them to the list. So anyone that I've played or anything like that, you add them to the list, you add their tendencies, what they do well, what they don't do well. So the next time you see them, you already have a scouting report for the coaches to even say anything.
But you got this in a notebook or a series of notebooks.
Yeah, I keep some notes on everybody, just to keep myself sharp and just keep myself, on top of the competition.
And another part of preparation is asking some of the legends of the game, some of the finer points of the game. What an experience is this to have Jerry West here, and what are you able to glean from him, and how much further can you take this relationship to learn from the logo?
Yeah, anytime you've been around greats, it's always a great opportunity, pick their brain, get to know something about them. So obviously, Mr. West was at our last game, so I had a chance to talk to him a little bit about little things offensively to do, to help yourself get open, make the job a little bit easier. I've had a chance to speak to Rick Barry as well, just about shooting and stuff like that. So anytime, you're especially with the program like the Warriors, we have so many greats that have played here. So just anytime you get a chance to pick their mind, it's best to do it.
And it'll continue through the summer with Mr. West, right?
Yeah, he's with the Warriors, so hopefully, I can just continue that relationship and just continue to learn things from him.
Well, we talked with Jerry West about you and what he's seeing in your game. Here's what he had to say.
He's an unbelievably hard-working kid. He's young, and he's got a way to go, but he's really got talent. And he's a player that can play at a very high level. He's a great athlete. He's not selfish, as a lot of our players. But, I really like what I see so far, to be candid with you.
And not just Jerry, but other NBA notables like former NBA player and current TV analyst Steve Kerr are keeping an eye on Harrison. Well, Harrison Barnes really seems like a unique player here. What are you seeing in this guy, and what do you think he'll be able to do in his early part of his career?
Well, the best thing about Harrison Barnes is that he fits right into that small forward slot that the Warriors need. And you know what he is. He's a shooter. He'll spot up and make threes, which we saw yesterday. He made 4 for 4. He'll put it on the floor once or twice and make a pull-up, and he'll get out in transition and finish on the break. So I think he's going to be a starter for the Warriors and a scorer, and I think he'll fit in really well with the other pieces.
So obviously, the Warriors have a lot of confidence in you. A trade this offseason here with Darrell Wright heading to Philadelphia puts a lot of spotlight on you coming into the season, and you're ready.
Yeah, obviously the coaching staff, they've given me a lot of confidence, so that's obviously nice. And I'm just trying to just work as hard as I can to just, fill whatever voids or needs that this team has.
All right, off the court, just enjoying life now that you've left college and you're in this professional environment. Here in Vegas, for instance, Summer League experience, what have you kind of been able to dig into and enjoy out in the town when you got a day off?
Well, I've had a chance, walk the strip. Last night I was able to go to Blue Man Group, which was, a great experience, just be able to see that live. And, you know, I really just want to just, you know, continue to try to see some other things, you know, maybe, you know, family opera, you know, Jabberwockies, or just going around seeing some sightseeing.
You know, yesterday we're talking with Draymond, and he was being interviewed by Charles Jenkins, and he said, what do people not know about you, Draymond? But what do people not know about you, Harrison, who've really, you know, had a lot written about you thus far?
What do people not know about me? I love culture, really. I don't think a lot of people really knew about that till I came to the Bay, and I did all this sightseeing, and I did all this walking around. But whatever city I'd like to go into, I always like to just take in some culture, you know, whatever it is. Because in college, you know, we went to so many different cities, but we could never really go out and do anything. So that's something I'm really looking forward to, kind of at the NBA level, just going around and just trying to take in as much culture as I can.
And you had a musical background, a little saxophone, and some jazz interests. I mean, tell me, when it comes to culture, what are specific interests?
Well, obviously musically. I used to play the sax, so I'm excited about being in the Bay Area, you know, Jazz District, you know, kind of getting immersed in some of that kind of stuff. When I worked out for Washington Wizards, I had a chance to, you know, see the Smithsonian, you know, see the National Museum of Art. So that's something that kind of intrigued me as well, just kind of going around and seeing artwork as well, just doing different things that are, you know, just kind of away from basketball that just kind of interest me.
All right, we will do more of that as we go here, and a real pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time, and we'll be out in the town more. We will do so much more. Just keep it right here on Warriors.com for the latest on not just what's coming in the next 3 Summer League games, but we're going to keep tabs on all these players and really keep bringing you all of what's going on with the Warriors here in Las Vegas at Summer League. From Suite 160 at the shops at Mandalay Bay, signing out.